Today on Artist Arms, we're going to be reviewing the Glock 43X and why this might be a great choice for you for concealed carry. So I'm not here to fanboy over this gun. I'm gonna be very straightforward with you guys. Is the Glock 43X the best handgun ever? Definitely not. Is the trigger amazing? No, it's nothing special. So what are the things about this gun that makes it a great option for concealed carry? Let's talk about it. So one of the things that I really appreciate about this gun is that it is part of the slim line from Glock, and so it's only gonna be 1.1 inches thick here, which is really nice if you're looking to reduce printing when you're concealed carrying. It's nice to be able to be a bit more incognito in that way. Another thing that I like about this gun is that the grip on it is long enough that you can actually wrap all your fingers around the grip so that the pinky's not hanging off. And I think this is actually really important. So if you're new to handguns, you need to understand that the shorter the barrel of the handgun, the more felt recoil there will be. So even though a full-size gun might look more intimidating, it's gonna be a lot easier to shoot and a lot easier to be more accurate on follow-up shots. And so what I appreciate about this is even though the barrel length is only 3.39 inches, which is not very long, you get that pinky grip on the bottom, which can make a huge difference with the accuracy of your follow-up shots, especially if you are a beginner shooter. So I really appreciate this feature, and I think for a lot of people who conceal carry, it's important. When considering what gun you're going to use as a concealed carry, safety is always a concern. And one thing I appreciate about Glock and their striker fire handguns is that they are very safe historically. And I feel very confident knowing that this gun will not fire unless the trigger mechanism is physically pulled. It's not just gonna go off in the holster. And that's great to know. These guns are drop safe, though I would not test that at home. So the Glock 43X comes standard with a 10-round magazine. So if you're carrying one in the chamber, which you should be carrying one in the chamber, you'll get 10 rounds in the magazine plus one in the gun. And this is pretty good as far as capacity goes, but one nice thing about the Glock 43X is there are third-party companies out there that do make magazines that are 15-round capacity. You have Shield Arms, you have ProMag, and I believe Palmetto State Armory even makes one. And so there are multiple options out there on the market so that you could have 15 rounds in the gun, one in the chamber. And that's quite a lot when you consider how small this handgun is. The Glock 43X retails for about $500 for the MOS version. And MOS just stands for Modular Optics System. And all that means is that there's a milled footprint on the top of the slide so that you can install a red dot sight onto your concealed carry. And I think for this price, it's actually a really, really good deal. There's a lot of things that the 43X has going for it. It's not the most fancy gun, it's not the most amazing trigger, but this thing is like a Honda Civic. It's gonna run and it's gonna be dependable when you need it. And that is ultimately what is most important in a concealed carry. I hope you enjoyed this small review of the Glock 43X, but ultimately a gun is only ever as good as the person using it. So make sure that if you're gonna be concealed carrying, you're dry firing on a regular basis and live firing periodically so that you become very proficient with your firearm.